My mom called. "We're leaving tomorrow. The beach house and your car are sold goodbye." I answered, "My name is Eleanor, and I am a 28-year-old software engineer in Boston. I have a story for you about how I gained my freedom from my family after years of control and manipulation." The phone rang and it felt like a knife cutting through my calm. Her voice was too steady. "We're leaving tomorrow. We've sold the beach house and your car. Goodbye." That's how my mother cuts people off, like a broken machine she no longer needs. No hesitation, no regrets, just gone. I took a moment to compose myself before I replied. My voice was calm and steady. "I understand, but you forgot one thing." She paused. I could almost feel her confident smirk on the other end of the line. "What do you mean?" she asked. I let out a quiet, sharp laugh. A laugh that belongs to a winner. Growing up, my parents didn't raise me. They trained me. Respect was earned through obedience. Love was given out in small portions, and loyalty was something they demanded but never gave back. The beach house wasn't just a building. It was the only place I felt like myself. My father bought it with money he had hidden in accounts he never thought I would find. I found the documents when I was 17, tucked away in a box marked storage. That house and the car in the driveway were always talked about as ours. But in reality, they were stolen from me long before today. They made me believe my purpose was to serve, clean the floors, stay quiet, and never ask questions. But I did ask questions. I learned, and then I made a plan. Their betrayal did not surprise me. It only confirmed what I had always known. The real pain was not losing the house. It was hearing her voice so sweet and toxic, throwing me away like garbage. Most people would fall apart when their family betrays them. I became stronger. I did not yell. I did not beg. I did what I do best. I stayed silent while I planned my revenge in my mind. A few months earlier, I noticed small changes that told me something was coming. Conversations would stop as soon as I walked into a room. Bank statements were no longer left on the kitchen counter. My father's lawyer, who used to be friendly with me, stopped returning my calls. So I decided to test my suspicions. I made a move on the chessboard. One night I left a fake deed to the house on the dining room table. It looked exactly like the real one. The same stamps, the same signatures. I watched my mother look at it, then quickly look away, pretending she hadn't seen it. Her acting was too good. That's how I knew she had been planning something. That's when I started to prepare my countermove. The truth is, the beach house she sold wasn't mine to lose anymore. I had already changed ownership. Months ago, I had changed the deed. I transferred it to a trust under my name, making it safe and unbreakable. The lawyer they thought was on their side was already working for me. The sale she was so proud of was a complete fraud. The buyer she thought she tricked was a person I had arranged for in my car. I had already paid it off and transferred the title to a business I had created with a fake name. On paper, it had not been mine for a long time. Every time they tried to gain an advantage, it just led back to a plan I had already created. The night they packed their bags, they believed they were finally free, a new beginning with sand, sun, and luxury. What they didn't know was that the house they sold was about to be caught up in legal problems, so big it would destroy them. The fake sale caused multiple lawsuits. Their bank accounts were frozen. My father's business partners turned against him as soon as legal notices arrived. While they were scrambling to fix things, I was moving calmly. I was not being cruel. I was being precise. Back to that phone call. "You forgot one thing," I said again. She let out an angry breath. "And what's that?" "Me?" she asked. There was a long silence. A silence so loud I could feel her realizing what I meant. I imagined her gripping the phone tightly, her mind racing, trying to figure out what I had done and what I knew. So I gave her one more reason to be nervous. "By tomorrow, you'll understand." Then I hung up. The next morning, as they were about to leave, my father called 12 times. I let the phone vibrate on the table, each ring a sign of his growing panic. When I finally answered, his voice was shaky and desperate. "What did you do?" "The sale is blocked. The money is frozen." "What in the world is going on?" I let him worry for a moment. Then I told him the truth in a single clear sentence. "You sold nothing. You never owned the house you thought you did." The silence that followed was not confusion. It was defeat, he knew. He finally understood. That day, instead of enjoying their new life, they were sitting in a lawyer's office facing the consequences. I had planned for them. I did not need to scream for justice. I did not need to beg for love. All I ever wanted was my freedom. And now I have it. I am sitting in the real beach house, the one that is truly mine, the one they will never be able to touch again, listening to the waves. They thought they had erased me. They forgot that I was the one who had the power all along. Don't leave without hitting subscribe to Home Exposed, or else your secrets might just get exposed first.